fourth industrial revolution. We're going to say digital age, and the world is driven by data. Every business, government, industry, all depend on data to make decisions. So ARA helps people to understand and analyze the data. You understand? So today I want to talk about ARA programming. This one is very, I want to say this is one of the best tools for data analysis. And data analysis is working everywhere. That's why I say every business, government, industry, maybe any other sectors or accounting. When we talk about government and business, we talk about everything. Accounting, business, every business, government, industries, all these days they need ARA programming, because we are no longer living in the world where we want a pen, pencil, and paper to represent data. You understand? So we're going to use I want to show you how to use ARA programming. You understand? And ARA programming is built specifically for data cleaning, data manipulation, data summarization, making a decision based on data. You understand? So this one, so many companies that are using ARA to understand sales, customers' performance, and trends. From there, ARA is useful. It's very useful for data visualization, graphs, dashboard, etc. It is to create a bar graph, pie charts, ETMS, professional dashboards, machine learning visualization. So scientists, business, researchers use ARA programming to explain data very clearly. And ARA programming is used in machine learning, artificial intelligence, and it's very useful for predicting future trends. Those are AI models, training what we call this in mathematics, algorithms, like that, statistical modeling. So this one is very important, because now we are living in the world that is that the age of AI and data automation. So those things, it needs AI, so it needs ARA programming, so to connect the data very closely. Because when you're using AI, to go and try to use Excel, Microsoft Word to link data to AI, like we are researching, all these things, or to put your data to pop up fast to AI, you must use ARA programming. So your data must be visualized very quick, instead of going and create Excel or PowerPoint, Microsoft Word. You understand? So this thing, ARA programming, is also used in business, in decision making. Many companies use ARA to detect fraud, manage risk, focusing sales, study customer behavior, plan budgets. Understand? From there, advantage of ARA programming. This is a free. Many universities and scientists use ARA because it's free. This is an open source and it is very accurate. trusted for statistics data. As you are seeing here, this is a question 2. I take it from another question paper for a certain university. Instructions provide clear and precise answer and justify all your interpretation for the question, requiring ARA code implementation, including both the code and the results output as part of your solution. Any code submitted without the corresponding output will result in a mark of 0. Consider the following data on the number of hours that 10 students studied for a DSC 2608. This is the code of the module. Understand? Test and their scores on the test. Hours studied, as I was explaining about where our programming is going to suit in this digital era. So, when we are living in the fourth revolution, industrial revolution, we're doing things automation, saving time. So there's no need to sit down and start to measure plotting what. We are just putting data and everything must be automation. Understand? So now studied hours studied hours 4, 9, 10, 14, 4, 7 as you are seeing. Test score 31, 58 as we are seeing. Now write ARA code to produce scatter plot of test score. Y against hours studied. X include the line of the best fit and provide an interpretation of the line. Now we're going. I want you to see. They say write ARA code to produce a scatter plot of test score. Y against our studied. Everyone maybe will know about scatter plot. As long as you once did mathematics from primary level, secondary level, and everywhere. In this world, this is a digital age. Remember, I told you about this era. It's about technology. It's about data. It's about data. We call it fourth industrial revolution. Digital age, digital era, the age of artificial intelligence, AI era, and you are no longer going back. So you must grab this revolution. You understand? So I want you to equip you about this revolution. So when we're talking about this revolution, this is time where technology, data, automation, and AI are changing how we learn, how we work, and how we live. Understand? So now we are here. We want to present our data. We go to ARA programming. ARA programming. First, we can install ARA programming. ARA programming is this one. Install this one. First, we are seeing our question 2 is containing 40 marks. The instruction provide clear and concise answers, and just justify all your interpretation for question requiring ARA code implementation. Include both the both the code and the result output as part of your solution. Any code submitted without the corresponding output will result in a mark of 0. Consider the following data on the number of hours that 10 students studied for TSC 2608 test and their score on the test. This one is a code of the module. So this says that 10 students studied for this module test and their scores on the test are as follow: our studies versus test score. So write down code to produce a scatter plot of test scores y against our static x. Include the line of the best fit and provide interpretation of this line.
Hello, Bola. Hello, Bola. Wanna try?
Let's go back to the question. Now we're on the question, but now what we have to do, we want to plot the demand of the question. As the question asks, write error code to produce a scatter plot. Now want to produce a scatter plot. Long back before I used to do using and the stuff. But because of other programming, we have to program those scatter plots. So we are going to use other programming stages to provide to produce a scatter plot of test scores y against our studied x. And then we include the line of best fit and provide an interpretation of this line. Maybe we can get it. Now the question is very clear. It's very, very clear. We have to make sure we do our other programming, and I'll show you step by step how to do it. As we ordered here, what guide us is that y plot of test score y against our studied x. Understand? So ours will be on the x level. Here is our other programming. Here we open other programming is this one. We install this one first and then we install other studio. If you don't understand what is other studio, if you are too much behind about these things, you can keep in touch. We'll go back and show you how to start from the beginning. But now I'm going to answer this question. This one is for someone who already understands what is Arab programming and what is Arab Studio, as I explained. Now I'm going to tackle the question. And the question needs 40 marks. In 40 marks, we have to provide information. The question might be small, looks small, or looks looks like it might looks like it's there are a few questions, but what you have to do, it's what makes you 40 answers, 40 marks. So at the first, the question asked us to hours studied X and Y, test score. So we start with the hours studied. As we see, hours studied, these ones, and then let me check from the this is the list of hours.
No, stop.
Then at first, take hours studied, and then hours studied. First, you write hours studied, and then you are going to type a assignment operator, which is seen by less than, then dash. Let's make it clear so I can see hours, and then we combine it. You see, this means we combine them into a data frame. Open a bracket, and then open a bracket. This is a data frame that we are putting. As long as we open bracket, we just press one bracket, closing bracket, open bracket, then the data frame will be inserted. And then you put your assignment data, the hours data, which will be 4, 9, space 10, space, make it clear, space 8, so your data will be clear and space. So our programming can read it. Then 4, 7, 12, 22. Comma 17. Then let's attach. And then you go to next line. Scores. 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 Then scores, then assignment. Put assignment operator. Assignment operator is combine the data. Let's see. Assign to be 31, 58, 65, 73, 37, 44, squeezed, hours. Scores. Main. Main. The first row with explanation so you can understand. We created data sets with the 10 rows and the 2 columns. 10 rows student and the 2 columns hours studied and the test scores. Now we're going to the second step here. What we are going to do, this second steps, it's about plotting a scatter plot, and we have to plot with a regression line. The regression line is going to visual inspect the relationship. What is the relationship? So I'll show the line. Now I say main. we plot hours, we say plot hours main with those equal signs, then we write scattered. Scatter. Scatter. Open bracket. Open. Scatter. Of test. Of test. Of tests. Tests. This may need to be a title. This main shows the title. The title will be on top of the graph, showing like you are numbering something. I will explain when you see where it is filled. Like you might draw a graph, or you might draw a ball and you write ball on top. You might draw a house and show this is a house. So this main is like you are labeling something. So the scatter test. Plot hours. That's what. So the main here, this stage is about plotting. So before we plot, we write a title. The title is that is a main equals in we close the open the commas and we write scatter of tests scores. This is score. Esas hours started. Excellent. Excellent. Equals to excellent. Equals to hours studies. This one we can get from the question. Yes, it says y test score y against our studied x, where is where y we're putting x like this our studied. It's like our studied. Equals to test score comma reinforce equals false. preschools. Preschools. Force. Peace. Yes. Seventeen. Color was color was blue. We close. Close the frame, and then we're going to next stage the line of best fit. Line of best fit. Draw this line. 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 This the function to smooth the regression equation. So we say abline open the brackets then scores color of the line to be was red, and then we mark our points, and then we press Ctrl and Enter. Now the line comes here. That's our thing fits on the graph. This is how we draw it. Let me explain. As we explain ours, as as 10 rows. As we explain ours is on the graph, this shows how our studied versus test score. Horizontal, our studied test score on our vertical side. This one, ours, as you are seeing here, on top here, we're putting hours studied. This is the hours studied. That is ranging from 4 up to 22. So as we check here, from 1 up to 22, from here up to 22. So the graph seems like this, and the scores, our scores is ranging from 21 up to the highest number is 91. Highest number is 91. As we are depicted here, 90 will be here. So this one represents 91. And many scatter of the test score versus our studies. This many means the subtopic which is here on the right side here on the graph. And excellent our studies is showing on the x-axis. This is our studied. On the y-lab test score, this is the test score studied. Framework falls. This represents framework falls. Framework falls must be. If we say framework falls like this, which means we are going to remove this I didn't do nice. This framework force must remove this rectangle that is surrounding the graph. So I will deal with it. This blue thing, it shows these dots. Pinch 19, this is the type of the dot. If we remove 19 and we say maybe 16, you will see those blue dots will change to be small. This. If we change here blue, let's say green, it will change the color to be green. As we see, if this one is red, if we change them to be let's say black, to change and become black, and become black. So let's say it's SAC. It goes to red. If we change here, like scatter plots of test for versus our study, if we change here on top here, just let's say let me say boys versus weight. When we do so, it means we're going to change it to become the heading because boys versus height, and then what else? Today I'm going to leave here, and then we'll get another steps tomorrow. Then we answer the question, find the question of the square line that approximates the regression of the test score on the number of the hours. And then we predict the average. We contrast everything we explain tomorrow.